Alright, so this one's going to be an interesting bag of nuts, bag of tricks, bag of something. I don't know what it is. It's a mood board inspiration. Hi, welcome back to Nails by Sora. Glad to have you here. If you have not yet subscribed, why not? Please stop what you're doing. Subscribe now. You could always change your mind. I hope you don't, but it's been known to happen before. So smash that like button. Hit that bell so that you're always notified as to know when new videos are available, and we're just going to jump right into this. So if you have not heard of, what's her name? Heidi Reese, I believe her name is. She is the owner of Nail Sugar Co. in the UK, and she has a Facebook group where she posts monthly mood boards. And the mood board for this month were pastel colors, pinks, yellows, blues, some floral inspirations, some marble inspirations, and I decided that I would participate. And that's what this nail set is going to be. I did have the initial thought to do full acrylic nails, but I haven't really nailed down the technique for doing full coverage acrylic, and I didn't really want to bother with it. Bear in mind, I did these nails like 3 weeks ago, so it might be a bit hazy for me going through the process. I really should do these voiceovers right after I do the nails, but I digress. I did want to do the marbling as I usually do, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors on the palette that I smooshed together and feathered, and I'm just laying them down as a background on each nail. And I really love the way these nails turned out, or at least 4 of them. Like I said, I wanted to pull some acrylic into it, so I decided to do the floral accents with acrylic powder. And I like the way the daisies came out quite a bit. I just don't like the way the multicolored flower came out. I think it stands out a bit too much and looks like it doesn't belong. But we'll get to that once. Let me turn off my notifications real fast. Now, what was I talking about? I don't remember, so I'm just going to pick it up at the end of this marbling series. So this mood board is very springy inspired as we're heading into spring in the next couple of weeks. So we've got the bright colors, we've got the marbled background, and I'm just going to put in some, or I am putting in some accents of micro Mylar, just to give it that opalescent pop. And I'm just taking my, which brush is this? My dotting tool, and I'm put a little bit of clear gel polish on the dotting tool so I can pick up the micro Mylar and place it exactly where I want it. And then I do a full cure and I matte top coat over it, I believe, possibly, because like I said, I'm going to be doing some acrylic accents, so I want a smooth surface on which to apply the acrylic. Alright, so I lied. I'm sorry. I'm going in with Dreaming of Iceland, which is a milky white, and I'm using that as an overlay to kind of get the marble to fade out a bit. And then I'm just going to go directly into the acrylic application. So I will be using white acrylic for the daisies, as daisies are white. And I'm just picking up, I'm using my number 4 brush by Saviland. I really do like their brushes, though I'm considering getting Kolinsky brushes, as I hear they're the best. And I very well take after my father in that if I'm going to buy something, I'm going to buy the best, because I'd rather spend the money on something that's going to last versus buying cheap imitations that I'm just going to have to keep paying more and more money for as they break down or don't work as well as other brands or types may. But I was having a bit of trouble with laying down the petals. I did end up with quite a few that I liked, but it took me a bit of laying down some acrylic powder, wiping it off, and starting again to get those long tapered lines. And then I think with this one, I went in and I used the white acrylic to put in the iris of the flower, and then I painted in the yellow. But for subsequent flowers, I ended up just using my yellow acrylic powder. So I'm just taking, like I said, I'm using my number 4 Saviland. It's the smallest brush that I have, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm picking up the appropriate size bead for the application. So I started in just going around in a circle, and then I think I changed that and went diagonally because see, there you go, I removed all of it and started over again because they were going in all cockeyed and not looking right. So then I started going in diagonally across from each other. I would put one in at 12 o'clock and then put one in at 6 o'clock, then put one in at 3 o'clock and put one in at 9 o'clock so that they were lining up properly and going like kind of like spokes of a wheel. And that's basically the process of putting in the daisies. So I didn't want all the daisies to have the same size or the same placement. So with this next one, I'm placing it on the tip, and it's not going to have all of the petals. It's going to start with half of the flower only, or actually it's not going to start with half of the flower. It's only going to be half of the flower, so that it kind of has a more natural feel to it. It's going off the nail. It keeps your eye interested, moving around the manicure, so that not everything is the same, because sameness is boring. We don't want sameness. This nail is where it all kind of went weird. I tried to get all artistic and have different colored petals, and I wanted them to be more 3D in that the inner petals were coming, directly out from the center of the nail, kind of as if, you were looking down on the center of the petal, and it was center of the flower, and it was blooming. But I think it may have worked better if I had done all one color, if I had kept it white like with the daisies, or even just done the semi-transparent pink that I'd created a few manicures ago. But I don't know. I kind of like the effect that I got with it, but overall, I wish I just stuck with the daisies, because I thought they were really elegant and added something that didn't stick out so much that you're like, ooh, flower. It was just kind of part of the design and looked more natural versus whatever this turned out to be. But I started in the same manner. I just made the petals slightly thicker, and I pressed down in the center to give it that folded nature that some petals have. And then I just alternated with colors, and then, like I said, tried to bring them into the center of the flower to make them look like they were blooming. And it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to. Now, because this is a Nail Sugar mood board, you are supposed to use some products that are put out by Nail Sugar. So I have this lovely silver chrome that I wanted to add in, and I don't think you could actually pick it up too well in the end. Mainly because I didn't chrome it over a glossy top coat. I just placed it onto the petals and then tried to blend it into the background. You can kind of catch it, you know, in the light if you hold the nails a certain way, but if you really want the chrome effect to be discernible, you want to make sure that it's over a glossy top coat, because that's what's really going to give it that chrome effect. So when I was finished with these nails, I felt like it needed a little something extra, so I decided to go in with my Madame Glam gold gel paint and just give some accents to the marble. And I think it really helped finish off the look of the nails, gave it a little something extra that I felt was missing. And that's going to do it for this set. Thank you everyone once again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're ever stuck for ideas, just search the internet, look up the word, just search the word mood board, and it should give you some ideas of things to do. There's a wealth of information out there if you just look for it. Please do give me a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when new videos are available. And I will see you in the next video.